All right, welcome back to LearnWire. Today we're going to be looking at SEOWriting.ai. It's been a long time since I have done an update video on this. Let's see if the quality standards are holding up and how this compares to our other favorites, Koala and Agility. All right, so let's jump in. We're going to go with the one-click blog post right here. This is basically the tool that I recommend using, or the bulk generator. These two tools right over here, I'm not sure if some of these, if you use them, there's some bugs that I've found last time I used them, and there's just not a focus on these individual ones in here. I don't know if those bugs have been fixed. If you've used these softwares or these modules in here before, you would know exactly what I'm talking about. But like I said, they have added the humanizer tool. You can basically paste text in there and then it will make it more human. I did test it a little bit and I got not consistent results, basically, where it was not able to make it any more, human or anything like that. Like literally you can see the two texts side by side and it barely made like less than 5% of a change. So I think that selecting humanize in the one-click blog post while you're writing is probably the better way to do it. So those are just some of the things that I have seen by jumping back into the tool the last couple of days. All right, so we're going to go into one-click blog post. It's a very simple UI and easy to set up the way that this is, right? So we're going to go get our keyword real quick. I'm going to go in here and grab a keyword from SE ranking, and we'll come back in here. We'll paste that main keyword in there. And then the title, this is probably going to be the title as well. We've got English, we've got a medium size. That is going to basically, that's way too big, 2,400 words. So I'm going to go with small, which is 1,200 to 2,400 words. We've got a friendly tone. We'll stick with friendly. And then here is the magic. Well, we'll come in here and we will choose Anthropic Claude 3.5 right there. So all three tools have the ability to select basically with the highest level of AI models available right now. I like 3.5. I use those for the last two tests on Agility and Claude. So why not finish the kind of testing with matching SE Writing AI with that as well. Point of view, I'm going to go with first person right there. It will tell you the total cost. This will be 4 times or 4 generations. Just basically means that the cost will be more because we're using, one of those latest models. So just be aware of that. We've got our target country. I'm going to leave that. And then we have our 8th and 9th grade. Right over here. I'm going to go and shoot for 7th grade and we'll see if it can actually match that. It's probably going to end up being 8th grade. Hopefully it hits that. Details to include. You can add some more information in right there. We're going to skip that. We have AI images. We'll go with 3. Let's just go with photo. Image size, I'm going to take that down a notch. YouTube videos, 1, and that's fine. And then we have our SEO keywords to include. Since this is a part and it's easy to use in here, we will go ahead and select the NLP generation so it can grab some keywords for us. And then we'll go with structure and we'll go with a question right over here. And then we have our conclusion, tables, H lists, italics, quotes, key takeaways, FAQ. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. Bold is fine. Internal linking. You have to install a WordPress plugin in order to get this going. I'm going to skip this right now. I kind of wish that this was a little easier. I really like the way that Agility, that we were able to just paste in our URLs and it just did it very easily for us. So I'd have to set this up on the back end. There's just more steps involved in order to get the internal linkings working. We'll go with automatic external linking. We'll go with 3 or 4, evenly throughout. Contextual, yes. Link attributes, no follow. Perfect. Connect to web. I'm just going to say basic web's fine. You can add source links if you want. We're going to go with real-time search. Personalized outline. I'm going to skip that. Document. Publication. Say no on that. So then now I'm going to push this arrow right here and we're going to go up to the top, back up to the top, and then push run. I've always said that I wish there was a button on the bottom that we could push run as well. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and save this template. And this is just going to be for now. And then I'm going to go ahead and push run. And we're going to go and create this article. We'll be right back. All right. So that was very fast. It took about 2 minutes. So that one is, I would say that Koala and SE Writing are about tied for speed. They're very quick. Agility Writer takes about 2 to 3 times as long to create the article. Those are just observations. I'm not saying that one is better than the other. Here is the article, and we'll go view this article and see what we've got. So Right here, I would have liked to see that this would be capitalized. I'm not really sure why that is not capitalized, so we obviously would need to fix that part right there. But we have ever wondered how to turn your great ideas into a pro-looking ebook without spending a lot or becoming a tech expert in today's digital world. So that is terrible. In today's digital world, I don't like that. So we would need to have I'm not sure if we have a list that we can put in there of list of, phrases that we don't want to use, but don't like that. Getting into the second sentence, not really sure about that. Ebook creating tools, I'll highlight over here. We do have Learn Worlds, ebook creation tools. I'm not really sure I would want to put an external link in the first paragraph as well. That can be a little bit fishy as well, like you're a link farm or you're, putting backlinks intentionally into your content. So usually I'm not really sure, but usually you don't put links in the first or, at least the first paragraph, the introductory paragraph. What do you guys think below? Leave me a comment. I could be wrong. So ebook creation tools have changed how we share knowledge and stories. As someone who loves reading and wants to write, I've looked into many digital book publishing software. There's your bold, right? Your style and bold added automatically. I found the best ones for you. The ebook market is fast growing, 32 billion, blah, blah, blah. That would be something that you might want to go and fact check with this. Let's see right over here. We do have the image caption over the image right there. Let's keep going. We have our key takeaways. Ebook creation tools are a key for modern digital publishing. The global ebook market is expected to reach 32 billion. Digital book publishing software offers ways to make money. There are many ebook compilers for Windows, and choosing the right tool can make making ebooks easier. Understanding ebook creation. Then we have create ebooks right over here. So a nice relevant YouTube video. Trying to see if there's any other ebook creation software as a tool. So ebook creation software is a tool for writers and publishers. It has many features from simple text formatting. With this software, anyone can turn their manuscripts. So far it's breaking up the text really well, just like the other two article writers as well. We have our key features. So benefits of specialized tool, ebook marketing programs. We have ebook formatting software, and it is best ebooks software. It's an article to that, so that's good. And this is the stuff that you look for is format, design, and what the importance is. So I like that table, really good. Understanding ebook creation, best ebook creator software for PC. I looked at many these tools. So Adobe InDesign, you can make those. So it would be really cool if I, knew of one that was like specialized, that it wasn't Adobe, some of these really big tools, and then I would throw that one in. Or maybe I would throw in one above all these, and it was a specialized ebook creator, and we know that those exist. And then I can put my affiliate link, which would be really great. But then this also adds a lot of credibility when you're adding in tools like Adobe, Calibre, Scrivener. I've heard of that one. So you'd want to just go and check and make sure these are real, but I know Scrivener is. And so it did a good job with that. And then it does another table over here and what kind of formats you have, comparing free versus paid. And then we can come over into cost, tips for creating professional looking ebooks. So overall, it's a 1,000-word article. I would have liked it to get to that 1,500-word article range with the testing of this. Since this is only 1,000 words, I would expect SEO writing to perform better, really good in the tests, the reading quality tests, all the tests that we're going to be putting it through, because I know that the other two articles that we wrote were at least 1,500 words or more. So I just wanted to put that out there. We do have our meta tags and so forth as well. So what I'm going to do is we're going to copy this content and we're going to start doing our testing. So let's go into Grammarly real quick, open up into Grammarly, paste that in, and we got an 88. And remember, this is I should have probably selected a longer article, but let's just continue. But we do have a nice high score over here at an 88. And we'll go into Hemingway, remove our last test, bring this in, and it looks like we've got a grade 8. So we said 7th grade, so good thing we didn't say 8th or 9th grade, because maybe it would have gotten worse than that, right? So I always try to go, if you have the option, go one under what you really want it to be, and then you'll end up getting a pretty good score. So we got an 8th grade right over here. Let's go check out Neuron Writers. So I've already put that in and loaded it ahead of time, and we'll just push next. Unless there's any outliers, there's a 600. We're looking pretty good. Close that, come in here, paste this whole thing in right over here. And you can see there's the H1 right over here. And then we just need to copy. Let's actually go and look at the title. Yeah, we already have the title right there. We'll go into title and we'll go ahead and save this. And you'll see we have a 61. I'm going to go and add the meta description, and all of my testing, it hasn't made a difference, but I have people in the comments saying that you've got to add the meta description. So we'll go ahead. Some of these softwares don't create a meta description, so I have to actually go into Claude or ChatGPT and create a meta description. It's kind of a pain just for a test, but we'll go and grab this, copy. We'll come in here. Let's see if it changes from a 61, push save. And there you go. It did not change at all. So that's what my point and my argument is, that whether we have this in here right here or not, the score did not change from a 61 at all. So it does not matter. But just to satisfy everybody, I will go ahead and just make sure that I put both in there. We have our H1 right there. I know that's big. If when we take the H1 away, it does impact the score down to a 45. So it's huge to have the H1 in there. So I'll go back in here and we've got a 61. We're looking pretty good. We don't have any reds in here, so I like that. Just quite a bit of green at the top. So a 61, let's go back over here. So we got a 61 right over here. The Hemingway points is going to be 100 right here. And as you can see, these are very close softwares. All three of them are really good, and that's why they've been my top recommendations. And then as far as, you know, let me give myself some more thoughts on my subjective score. Right now, I'm either tempted to give it a 90 or an 80. Let me go back and check it out real quick. All right. Well, with all things considered, guys, I mean, the lowest score that I would give this is 80 points. And that's only because of the fact that it gave an external link in the first paragraph up here, and that it also said in today's digital world. But as I scan through the rest of the document, it doesn't really use any more of those. Really, you know, like this guide for both experienced authors, it does use a lot of first person like I asked it to. It does key takeaways, breaks out, it has good styling, has a lot of customizations that you can make. It's easy to set up in the beginning. The user interface, you know, the options are just kind of right, perfect where I would want them to be. It's not overwhelming. I think I get a little bit more overwhelmed in Agility because it has the most options. SEOWriting, where it's just, you're just blown away at the amount of customization and granular level that you can get. And if those things are important to you, then Agility and SEOWriting would actually be the tools for you. If you want simplicity and you still want the highest quality and all that stuff, I think SEOWriting and Koala are your tools. Those I tend to lean more towards those just because I like simplicity and I like to be able to set articles up quick and have them done fast. Explains it well, just kind of giving you my thoughts, kind of how we're going down through here. I'm trying to see if we can get some more. I looked at many ebook design tools for PC users. These tools help make professional ebooks. Let's check out some top picks. So I do like, they keep coming back to this first person right there. And then it spends briefly amount of time. Maybe it would have been nice if it would have expanded a little bit more on each one of these. Within the range of the content article, it should have been up to 2,000 words. So a little disappointed that it didn't write a longer article. But I mean, the tables in here, probably the tables and the images, probably trying to go back and just, you know, it's impressive. It's definitely keeps up with the other softwares as far as bringing in images and the video. So this one's a really close call. We've got, I suggest using tools like Canva, blah, blah, blah. I always pick. So it's in first person. So that's really good. I think really when it comes down to, I've got to mark just a little bit of points off, guys, in all fairness. And here's my thought behind this. Only wrote 1,000 words. We know that Koala and Agility in my testing, we wrote more than 1,500 words. One of those, I think it was Koala, that did over 1,900 words, right? And still got really, really high quality on everything. My thought process is that this is almost half the amount of content that it created. And there are some mistakes like this link right here, like the in today's digital world. I didn't see any of this in Agility or Koala. And then finally, the length, and then in today's digital world, and the fact that it, you know, in the very beginning of the second sentence, it puts a external link, which it shouldn't do that. So with those things considered, I'm going to dock it just a little bit of points. So instead of it being a 90, I'm going to give it an 80. And that's just my subjective score. This is just my opinion. I love SEOWriting.ai, right? And I'm an affiliate for SEOWriting. And I've been paid thousands of dollars, to be completely honest with you, from being an affiliate with SEOWriting.ai. It's a great software, but just right now, currently, based on the last couple tests, the subjective score, I have to give it just a little bit less than the other two. Hope you kind of agree with that. We're going to drag down and we're going to see that this one scores a 329. And then so SEO Writing AI gets a 329. It scored decent on the SEO score. It actually scored a little bit better than Agility. And I know that there's people in the comments, well, you didn't use the keywords and all that. A lot of this is testing cannot be 100% apples to apples testing or control group testing, right? It's very hard. Now, one thing I'm writing new article topics this time. I've done these types of tests before and I use the same keyword in all the tests. And I got to be honest with you, that's kind of boring. I really don't want to do those tests because I want to actually use these articles and publish them on the site and see which ones rank and things like that. I think that those are more exciting things where I can use these tools and then show you if they ranked or not. And so that's why I'm actually using keywords that I can actually put on my website that are relevant and so forth, right? So that's a little bit of the process. I probably could have a little bit more controlled environment testing using the same keyword, using exactly the same amount, but we can't control, you saw that, we can't control the range of what the content is going to be created. I was a little disappointed that SEO Writing AI chose to write only 1,000 words and not 1,500 words or 1,600 words. The range is just too big between 1,000 and 2,000 words on the small setting, right? So again, just little things like that, right? And so that's kind of where I put that right there. But these are still my favorite AI writers, and you can't go wrong with any one of these writers right over here. But with the testing right over here, Koala performed the best. Agility was second best right now, and then SEO Writing was third best. And if you can see right here, 12, 13, they're all within 13 points. All three of these, and we're talking, we're at 342 points. And they scored within 13 points of each other. So that tells you how close these tools actually are in all aspect. So with that said, the last thing I want to show you, I'm going to go into SERP Robot and show you LearnWire. And if we come over here and hit Koala, my testing from last week, Koala has this, you can go and right now, I'll leave a link below to all these tools. Koala is on its annual summer sale right now where the pricing is increasing after today. And you can get 30% off. You can get 30% off of an annual pro or higher plan for Koala. So they're in the middle of an aggressive summer sale right now. And then after this, the pricing actually goes up for all of their plans. And they're doing away with their lowest plan. I think it's the $29 a month plan. And then if you use coupon code, I think it's all caps, David, I'll put it in the description below. If you use coupon code David Mills, it gives you an extra 15% off. And that's on top of the 40% that you're already getting. So you're going to be getting a 55% discount, right? And so the pro plan ends up being like $295. And the normal price of it is like $800 or something like that. So it's a steal if you want to go pick up Koala, the annual plan. This is the last day I'm getting this video out. I think it was appropriate for a Monday. Koala, August 26th, Monday. This is the last day that you can get this pricing right over here. And so back to SERP Robot, if I go and click on Koala, you'll see that advanced SEO strategies using AI tools that I published literally the other day already got indexed and grabbed a page 3 ranking. So we can come over here and look at the keyword. We wrote it on, I believe it was Tuesday, August 20th, and you can see that it grabbed a 30 spot on August 24th. Actually, I think this is the day that we indexed it on August 23rd. So August 23rd is when I wrote it, and then it got indexed right away, spot 30, and then it's at 29 right now. So it actually got indexed within 24 hours, and it grabbed a page 3 spot right now. That's not a major keyword or anything like that, but it does show you the power and the speed that, there's something about the way that these article writers write. It's kind of hard to explain it, but it's almost like the more simplistic right now that the article writer, the better. Something about the more human sounding it can sound, I think the better. The more it can be perceived that it was actually written by real, true experience also matters. Because when I come in here and I show you even like video tap over here, look, all my video tap ones are ranking almost page 1. And you can see even for keywords that are getting traffic right over here. And I'm doing no SEO, nothing special. It's just literally taking a YouTube transcript and then just turning it into a blog post using AI. And so these simple things, not loading your article with NLP keywords, not doing all these things that we've been doing for years, right? These major SEO packed things, doing the exact opposite of that is actually getting me results right over here, right? So the stats over here kind of, tell you, that's why I keep track of everything, and you can just be the judge yourself. But I think that's pretty dang cool to use Koala just a few days ago and instantly rank for a keyword. So again, this is the very last day to get the Koala summer sale. It did come out as my top AI writer due to testing. You get 15% extra off using coupon code David Mills, 40% off is the summer sale. You have to get the annual pro subscription or higher, and that'll give you a 55% discount. And I think the cost is about $295. And you'll get 1.2 million words for the next year. And at the end of the day, I'm not surprised whatsoever that these tools were this close within 13 points of each other. They're all three they were my favorite tools over the last year or two. And I haven't done this test in a long time. And they still held up true to what I was thinking before even doing the test. I already knew that they were going to perform well. They've got really good backings. They're well funded, and they've got a lot of feedback that goes to the owners of these softwares who are also involved with the development and coding of the softwares. They're SEO experts. All three of them come from SEO backgrounds. And so that's why these tools are performing at the highest level. They know exactly what website owners and niche website bloggers need in a tool like this. And that's why they all came out so far ahead. So hopefully this is kind of like sums all this up. I probably should have done a separate video to kind of explain all three. Maybe I'll do that as well. But at the end of the day, you can't go wrong with either one of these tools. Let me know what you guys thought below. If you watched the entire video, please let me know. Watch the entire video. It means a lot and it helps support the channel. And then also let me know below, in a constructive criticism way, but not being a dick way, if you agree with the findings or the way that my test method and things like that. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. See you in the next video.